I think '68 was the first time we got here. We stayed with Dennis Hopper, and he had a lot of the other LA artists come out, and we all decided this was this great place. And that was the beginning of really 50 years now of being here in Taos, and it worked out great. It worked out really great. He was always just influenced by his environment, so being here influenced that and changed everything around, so that's when he did something called Happy's Curios. It was really a tribute to Mexican art. Here it was great for him because in a big city it's hard when you have a lot of interruption. You have to be isolated in your studio for a certain amount of time. I think it's true with music or any art form where you can actually get to a place where things come to you rather than you looking for them.
My dear friend Ken Price moved here before I did, and I came to visit him once. I fell in love with the place immediately. I moved to Taos in 1973, and I'm very happy that I made that call. I don't think you can live in a place 40 years without it influencing you. People talk about the light that's part of the myth of the area. I think probably the most dynamic aspect of being here at 7,000 feet is how clean the air is. I don't really think about what I do as making art. I think of what I do as making evidence of a day's activities.
R.C. was born in Chinle, Arizona on the Navajo reservations. I know that Taos had a very special place for him. He moved here in 1967. He loved living up here, he loved the mountains, and southwestern life. There was just something about Taos that drew him in, like so many other people that Taos draws in, and he just fell in love with it. Native American life, not just Navajo, but the Pueblo life, held a very special place for him. And it's evident in his artwork and in his choices of subject matter, I think. R.C.'s work is a celebration, I think, of Native American life, of New Mexico life, and, you know, with his ability to capture a moment with just a few lines, to me, is where the beauty lies.
Her and her husband sort of founded the whole movement of abstract art in Taos. They were some of the first painters that come here that were not traditional landscape romantic painters. They came from New York. Once they got here, they quickly changed from representational art to abstract art. Bea Mandelman had a really big influence on that whole movement. And when she transitioned to more abstract art, you could still see the light and the influences from New Mexico in her work without really seeing the landscape or the culture or the depiction of the classic scenes of New Mexico. So her paintings still were largely influenced by the feeling of Taos, you know, the feeling of New Mexico.